Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Ijeoma, and of course I run this YouTube channel with my husband, and which his name is Ifeoluwa. But he's not here today because this is a pregnancy series video, and I am the one who is pregnant, even though we are both pregnant. But in this case, I carry the baby and I can share my personal experience about my first trimester and how I think I might not forget all the experiences I've had in a hurry. So, disclaimer out there, right? I am not a doctor, neither am I a midwife. I'm just here to share information to one or two persons who may likely need it, okay? Because I know that during the course of this pregnancy, I've become a researcher, right? I'm always online searching, getting information, trying to get experiences that people have had, in the course of their pregnancy and, trying to relate one or two symptoms I feel or have in the course of this pregnancy. So I hope that this video helps you watching it, okay? So, or any expectant mother or someone who is currently pregnant. So, in case you're not subscribed to this YouTube channel, please, what are you waiting for? Do well to subscribe, okay? Like this video, share this video, comment on this video as well, okay? I hope to see you guys because I'd love to interact with you guys down the comment section. Okay, so let's dive into this video. I am currently in my second trimester, right? Yes. I think you're expecting to see the big nose, the swollen face, and all that, but got past you. Yes, because I'm still slaying, as you can see. Oh my goodness. So yeah, this is my second trimester, and of course I'm in my 22 weeks, which is of course 5 months, plus I'm already approaching my 6 month. And I know you want to see what the bump is like. You don't want to see what the baby bump is like, but I am going to show you at the end of this video. So if you want to see, you're interested in seeing how the size of my baby bump is or how big my tummy is, make sure to watch this video to the end because I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. So like I had said earlier, this video is about telling you about my entire first trimester and the experiences I had during my first trimester, and this is personal to me. So before I got pregnant, obviously I know of some of these symptoms. I'm quite aware of, symptoms like throwing up, sleep, and all that. But then this is like, it's now coming to reality and it is quite different from what I was told. Because, we are quite different in our bodies and symptoms might not really be the same for me. Just the way it was for another person, if that makes sense. So I'm here to break it down for you to understand. So during my first trimester, one of the symptoms that actually stood out for me was I was constantly having like the urge to throw up, right? I was constantly throwing up. Like I don't want to even put brush in my mouth because the moment I'm brushing my teeth and brush just gets to my tongue area, I'm throwing up, right? Or I might just be doing something, I just throw up, mostly in the mornings. For me, mostly in the mornings. I've heard that some people actually throw up at night or even during the day, but mine is mostly in the mornings, and then the early hour of the day, like I'm talking about during like 11, 12 noon time. So yeah, and this throwing up is not really like the throwing up when you're sick kind of throwing up. For me it felt different because this one was quite painful, because it was like, in the process of throwing up, it was like I was actually trying to remove everything in my tummy and bring them out. Do you get my point? So it was quite stressful. It was painful at the end of the day. But then yes, what did I do to help me limit my level of throwing up? What I did was I actually started taking more of peppery food, okay, to help me not to want to throw up, and I started chewing gum. Another thing that led me chewing gum was because another symptom I had during my first trimester was the fact that my tongue was always very bitter and I was always gathering saliva in my tongue, in my mouth rather. So that chewing gum helped me to try to make my tongue feel a little bit better, having like a sweet taste, and also minimize the level of saliva I spit out. Yes, so with that gum, it helped me with the throwing up. It helped me with the bitter tongue symptom, as well as the um saliva gathering in my mouth symptom as well. I don't know what that is called anyways, but I'm sure you get what I mean. So another experience I had during my first trimester was that I was very sick. Like, guys, hey guys, so this is just me filming like telling you about my pregnancy first trimester. So far it has not been easy. I've been going through a lot. I have been sleeping, throwing up, sick. In fact, that's my sister. My sister had to come over to help me because at some point I just couldn't do anything because I feel so weak most of the time. And I just even recovered from very serious malaria and typhoid. I had malaria plus and typhoid. It has just not been easy, guys, because it's either from nauseous feeling to feeling sick to feeling cold to having headaches to having my tongue bitter to losing appetite. Like, I've not eaten since morning, and I cook but I can't eat. So yes, like all my life, I have never been this sick the way I was during my first trimester. I was literally very sick. I couldn't work, I couldn't talk, I couldn't eat. I was very weak. I was throwing up. I couldn't even open my eyes. It was just a whole lot, right? I was seriously sick. I had malaria plus and typhoid. Like, my malaria was on the high side. I remember the doctor telling me when we went to the hospital that, oh, where is your husband? Because my husband was sitting outside. So he was like, after we did the test and everything, he was like, where is your husband? I'm like, my husband is sitting outside. He's like, call your husband. And I went outside of the office and I called my husband, and my husband came in. I didn't even know what he wanted to tell my husband. In my mind, I'm like, why are you saying I should call my husband? What's the result? Is this something you can't tell me alone? And then he went on to say, oh, who cleans the house? My husband said we both do. Who cooks the food? My husband said we both do. Who does the chores and the runs and everything? My husband said we both do. And he said, okay, look here, let me tell you. Now you'll be the one to do everything because your wife is seriously sick. So and she's pregnant. She cannot do anything at the moment. She just needs to rest. You have to take proper care of your wife. And I'm like, whoa, is it how serious this is? That was how bad the sickness was, really, because my husband was, and fun fact, my husband was actually sick. It wasn't fun, but that's for the fact. My husband was sick at the same time, but his was not as serious as mine was. And usually when I'm sick, my husband is sick. I don't know each time. Like, I'm complaining of back pain. My husband is complaining of back pain. Like, I don't get that. My husband get belly. I know if he sees this video, it's going to break my head, but that's by the way. I don't know. Like, comment below if that happens to you and your partner or your husband. Just let me know, because I mean, for us, it's just that is how it has been. If he's sick, I'm sick. If I'm sick, he's sick. Like, literally. So I don't know. I was very sick that my sister had to actually come to my house, to come and help, take care of me, because my husband was sick, so he could only do little to take care of me. So she was at home with us. She took care of both of us. At some point my husband was okay, and then he was able to also do the job and take it by taking care of me. Hey guys, my husband is breakfast in bed. Because I'm sick. So let me show you people. Sometimes
you have to be sick before you can enjoy some kind of things.
Some privileges like this almost every day. Almost every day now I'm enjoying breakfast in bed. They're burning water for me to do it. They're pampering me. By the time I recover now.
Let me come out this.
So yeah, so another thing I want to put out there is, when you're sick during your first trimester, make sure not to take self-medication. Okay, make sure you go to the hospital. As slightly as the headache may feel, make sure you're sure that you can take the particular brand of Panadol or paracetamol or something that you're taking. So what do I mean by that? Make sure to get a prescription from your doctor or from your midwife or from your nurse. Don't just take any medicine by yourself, because when you're pregnant, there are some drugs that is not good for pregnant women. So if you take it, it might be a danger to you or the baby. So it is preferably you go to the hospital, make your complaints, okay, get prescription by the doctor or by any healthcare professional, and you get treated. So that's another thing. Another experience I had, or better still, another symptom I had during my first trimester was the fact that I lost appetite. In fact, even to the second trimester, I still can't eat as much. I even lost weight that I was encouraged to be eating. I was also placed in medication that will help me to eat. Okay. So yeah, so the loss of appetite is still into the second trimester. But yeah, in my first trimester, I also had the experience. I couldn't eat. I had loss of appetite. I was struggling to eat. I had people telling me, just try to eat. You need the food for the baby. You need more blood, and all that. So I was eating more fruits and just light food because I needed to take my medicine. Yeah, some medications they'll give to you, obviously, mostly folic acid, fesolates, as the pregnancy progresses, your medication also increases as well. So I needed to eat to take my medications. And even though that medication is a story for another day, let me not deviate because it's not an easy thing. Me, I don't like drugs. So usually to take drugs is a problem. So imagine taking drugs every day and not just once in a day, like twice, thrice in a day, depending on the medication. Or more every day. Like as it is, I'm going to be taking these drugs till I deliver. God help me, because I'm actually trying my best. But that's it. Yeah, I had lots of appetite, but then with time, I started encouraging myself, even if it's just little, I just try to eat, because if I just stay, I won't eat too, and I will not be hungry. That's the truth. But I'm trying my best to, help myself to eat because of the baby and for my health as well. So another symptom I had during pregnancy was I was so sensitive, like my nose was very sensitive. Any smell around me, like I'm asking my husband, are you perceiving this? He's like, no. I'm like, I'm perceiving this. This is how it is. If they're frying plantain somewhere, and I was, maybe are you perceiving plantain? He's like, no. I'm like, I'm perceiving it. Then the worst part is my perfume. I hated the smell of my perfume. I didn't want to use it. I don't want to perceive any perfume around me or anything. I hated it. Even if my husband is using his, I just try to seize my breath, because I cannot tell the young man not to use his perfume, for crying out loud. Like, it's being selfish when the man's perfume. I just have to seize my breath. Or if I'm on the bed, I just carry the blanket to cover my nose, or leave the room, so that he does whatever he wants to do with his perfume and allow me be. So yeah, another thing was that perfume issue. So yeah, so I'm moving on to another symptom I had. Yeah, I was very weak oftentimes. Like I may not really have the energy to cook, even clean. I didn't even have, listen, my energy level was, if it was on the scale of 1 to 10, it was like 4. Some days it would be on a 0, because I won't even have the energy to, like clean the house or even cook. My husband has been so helpful. Guys, just marry somebody that understands you. Marry a partner that loves you. Marry a partner that is helpful. Marry a partner that will give you peace. Not the one that will be complaining, and you're lazy. How can you call a pregnant woman lazy? God, I've seen it. I've seen like videos online. I'm like, how can this even be happening? It's definitely a skit. But yeah, not me deviating. Still continuation of it. Yeah, I think that was pretty much some of the symptoms I had, during pregnancy. Not during pregnancy, I beg your pardon, during my first trimester. And maybe if I remember one or two, I may just try to type it in the comment section. Okay. But yes, that is it. And this is just me also using this video to pray for every woman out there that is expecting, the fruit of the womb, trusting God for the fruit of the womb, that yours will come, because you know why? There is no woman out there born barren. So God would definitely bless you with the fruit of the womb. Okay. This is me trying to boost your faith that there's nothing God cannot do. It might take a while, but it will definitely happen. Trust God. Just trust God. It will happen, because I never had the experience of, having to wait, to get pregnant, and I cannot really understand the pain or the feelings of having to wait and wait as much before getting pregnant. I can't really like say, oh yes, I know for a fact what it feels like, but just thinking about it, I know what it feels like to some certain extent, because you're married, you're expecting the fruit of the woman is not forthcoming, and it can get very disheartening and painful. But then I'm just telling you to trust God. Don't give up. listen to me, this video, in fact, for you to see this video, it means that yours is on the way coming. Okay, that is if you're not already pregnant safe. So yes, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Please, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment, let me know what your symptoms and your experiences were during your first trimester when you were pregnant, or let me know if you've learned a thing or two in the comment section. And of course, I am now going to show you my baby bump at 22 weeks. Okay, yes, let me do that. So I have to take this chair back, yes, and take this, open this zip, yes, and then this is what our baby bump is looking like. Okay, yes, so this is what it's looking like. Yes. And then doing very well, of course. I am also doing very well, as you can see. All right, guys, bye. Love you guys.